What's up, people? Jeff Brown coming to you live and direct once again with Jeff Brown's Wild Water Boxing. I had a chance to watch the Berto and Carlos Quintana fight. I have to say, first of all, that I gotta take my hat off, especially after going through the things that he went through with his family and whatnot in Haiti. Um, to come off of something like that and to take time off to go help like he did. I'm pretty sure a lot of you saw the footage. That was you know um, real heartfelt. But anyway, getting to business at hand, I want to talk about the fight a little bit. First off, before I even get started, I want to say that Carlos Quintana, tough, cagey veteran fighter, former champion, beat Paul Williams, and unfortunately was knocked out second go around, but has fought some pretty stiff competition, in the last few years. And I'm not gonna say it was a necessarily a tough fight for Berto to take. No disrespect to Carlos Quintana. I mean, like I said, he's a good fighter. Don't take anything away from the guy, but honestly, I guess I was more or less waiting for Berto to more or less explode on the guy early and possibly take the guy out. But it just seems to me here lately, even before um, the earthquakes in Haiti, really in his last few fights that I've seen here recently, you know, it's, it just seems to me that there was a lot of, especially tonight, he took a lot more punches than he normally would, and really in his last few fights, that's been pretty much the case. To be honest, I really wasn't too much impressed with the way that he fought the fight with Quintana. You know, the bicep injury notwithstanding, once again, he just took way too many punches for my taste. It's not the Andre Berto I was used to seeing normally as he was coming up before he won his title belt. Um, I would like to believe that he had a fair shot at possibly beating Shane Mosley at the point in time that those two were supposed to fight, but um, ring rust notwithstanding, and like I said before, based off of his last few fights and his performances in those fights, um, looking back on it, I'm almost kind of glad he didn't take that fight because, Haiti notwithstanding, he probably would have been beat and beat pretty solidly. I think would it have been a knockout? It's tough for me to say, but you could pretty much guarantee Mosley wins that fight, guaranteed all day. Um, you know, as far as his performance goes, my hat goes off to him. Great performance by him, but um, I saw a lot of flaws tonight. A lot of flaws, but you had to kind of attribute that to ring rust. But I kind of had to question his chin a little bit now because Quintana shook him up on numerous occasions. Once again, this is a guy who went you know literally toe to toe with Paul Williams and basically out hustled him. I mean, the guy's a spoiler. He's a southpaw. He's a, like I said, a tough cagey veteran. That's what you fight those type of fights for. And what was interesting to me, I was pretty much unaware. Um, Boxing history has pretty much shown that southpaws really aren't known too much for punching power. There's a few rarities, of course. You have Marvin Hagler, who was a southpaw, but he was also a switch hitting type fighter. He had a lot of punching power. Manny Pacquiao, southpaw, of course. He's the guy that everybody's watching right now, and looking to possibly come up. But you know, like I said, really, real. He fought a good fight tonight. Really wasn't too impressed with how he went about it, but he got the job done. He closed the show like he should, and he finally got his man out of there. It took a little bit longer than expected with all the grabbing and holding. Um, you know, um, I believe sometime either in the second or third round is when he had the biceps injury, and he ended up pretty much pressing the fight from there, trying to get it over with as quickly as possible. Because anybody out there who's ever had a biceps injury or you pulled a muscle, I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit hurts like hell. Real talk, it really does hurt. But other than that, like I said, great performance. Um, what's his? What do I think his future should be? You know, it would be nice to say that he's definitely in line for a shot at either Mosley, Mayweather, or Pacquiao. Um, the question is, I guess now, would he have a chance at even beating any one of those three? Honestly, like I said, ring rust notwithstanding, it as far as the skills go, he reminds me a lot of you know uh, a Howard Davis, or you know, I would even go as far as saying, you know, he has a lot of power. He's explosive. He throws a lot of combinations. It reminds you of a lot of different fighters like that. Ed Hobson even comes to mind. If some of you remember who he was, he was a former champion in the junior welterweight division at one time, and he fell off pretty quickly. But he was a rising contender, just like Berto was at one time, and he beat a lot of good fighters. But you know, my question that I have to all of you, basically, I guess I would say that, um, you know, what do you think? What will be, uh, I guess you could say, a conducive situation for him? I mean, my money says that if I was if I was Manny Pacquiao right now, and if I was Berto, I'll be trying to put a fight together between those two. Honestly, that would probably be the most logical thing to do at this point, because Pacquiao, as of right now, even though he's coming off of a great performance, and that's exactly what I'm gonna call it, a performance, because once again, Claudia didn't come to fight. Um, you know, I would more or less like to see that fight. I mean, there's no doubt that um, you know, Pacquiao would probably win on points. I can't say that he would probably knock Berto out, but you know, like I said, his chin is suspect, so really anything is possible. But I happened to catch my man, the boxing voice. He happened to mention that he would like to see him fight Floyd. Honestly, I wouldn't want to see that fight, because I don't think he has the skill set to even compete with Floyd right now. And as far as Mosley goes, once again, it's really tough to say how that fight would have really turned out, but I can guarantee you Mosley would have won. But honestly, if I was Andre Berto, I would, you know, up my training game a little bit, because he's got a lot of good skills. He's a seasoned pro, very good boxer, but I'm a little bit concerned about his defensive techniques. He doesn't block and parry very well. He takes a lot of unnecessary punches, and when you're talking about fighting elite fighters, you don't want to go in second guessing yourself and end up getting caught with a punch, because in boxing, the punch that you get knocked out with is the one that you don't see coming. And he got hit with a lot of those tonight. So that's just my opinion on it. You know, um, looking forward to doing this a little bit further. Still want your votes out there for Mayweather Mosley. I still haven't really got a pick. So far, last count, I believe it was 7-2 in favor of Mosley. So, like I said, just keep them votes coming in. Let me know what you think. You know, the whole theme of the fight. Who are you picking? That's the theme of Mayweather Mosley. It's coming up May 1st. Next week we got a great fight. I'll be looking forward to bringing that to you. And for once, I'm even going to give you kind of a prediction ahead of time, possibly the day before. But other than that, I'm looking forward to doing that next week. Kelly Pavlik, Sergio Martinez, should be a great fight. We also have Lucian Bute fighting Edison Miranda, who got knocked out by Kelly Pavlik, believe it or not. Um, you know, as far as I'm concerned, all four of those guys are very good fighters, and it should be some good fireworks. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to talking with all of you, and continue to bring those comments out. Peace out. Thanks a lot. Good night.